The ice beneath your feet, Northern Europe, winter of 1263. You wake not to the sound of wind, but to silence so thick it presses against your eardrums like snow-packed wool. The kind of silence that means the world has frozen solid. Even the crows have stopped their croaking. Your breath hangs above you in a slow, ghostly coil, and your fingers, tucked beneath layers of rabbit fur and woven wool, ache with a deep, familiar cold. Not the sharp bite of early frost, but the marrow-deep chill of midwinter's grip tightening. It's the third day since the last storm, and your home, small, low, and half buried in snow, feels less like a dwelling and more like a cocoon spun from desperation and moss-stuffed logs. You're not on the hillside like Osbert's family. You live in the crook of a ravine where the earth dips like a cupped hand, sheltering you from the worst of the north wind. It's not ideal too close to the frost line, too damp in spring, but it's yours. And this winter, it's kept you alive. Your name is Ellen, and you are the weaver of Rowan Hollow. Outside, the sun is a pale smear behind cloud. Inside, your youngest, Torah, stirs on the sleeping shelf above the hearth. She's only 6, but she already knows not to speak until the fire is lit. Survival isn't taught in words here. It's breathed in with the smoke, felt in the sting of split wood, learned in the way your mother's hands tremble when the grain stores run low. You slide from your furs, your bare feet meeting the packed earth floor. It's cold, yes, but not icy. Beneath the surface lies a layer of dried bracken and ash, laid down in autumn. Your father taught you that. Cold rises from the ground like breath from a corpse. You must break its path. The hearth glows with embers. Good. You coax them awake with birch bark shavings and a whisper of breath. The flame catches, licks upward, and for the first time today, you exhale. Mama? Torah whispers. She, you say, not unkindly. Let the fire eat first. Your husband Rurik is already gone. He left before dawn to check the snares along the frozen creek. Not for meat, there's been no sign of hare in weeks, but for the hope of meat. Hope is fuel, too, in winter. You stir the pot hanging over the flames. Barley, last year's dried mushrooms, a pinch of salt saved from the autumn trade. It's thin, but hot. Heat is as vital as food now. Your body burns twice as many calories just to stay warm. Every spoonful is a small defiance against the cold's hunger. As the porridge simmers, you check the north wall. Not with your eyes, with your palm. You run your hand along the seam between logs. Dry, tight, no draft. You used a new mix this year. Clay, sheep's wool, and the crushed shells from last summer's mussels, gathered from the riverbank before it froze. The shells you discovered by accident make the compound harder, less prone to cracking when the logs shrink in deep cold. A trick no one else in the village knows. Yet, a knock at the door, 2 sharp raps, then a pause. The signal. You open the inner door, step into the vestibule, close it behind you, then unlatch the outer. Old Marta stands there, wrapped in a cloak patched with squirrel pelts, her face a map of frost lines. Your loom, she says without greeting. Is it running? You nod. The warp's set. Linen and goat hair blend. Strong but soft. Good. She steps inside without waiting, stamping snow from her boots. The smith's wife sent word. They'll trade 2 iron nails and a length of chain for a child's blanket by week end. Their boy's got a cough that won't quit. Needs warmth. You don't ask why they don't just use furs. You know, furs are heavy. They trap moisture. A child sweating under fur in a damp room risks fever. But a woven blanket, breathable, layered, dry, lets the body regulate. You learned that the hard way when your first child, Leif, burned with fever beneath a wolf pelt 3 winters past. He didn't make it to spring. I'll have it ready, you say. Marta nods, then reaches into her satchel. She pulls out a small bundle wrapped in oilcloth. From the charcoal burners, they found this in the South Woods. She unwraps it. A root. Knobby, dark, slightly damp. Ginseng, she murmurs. Or something like it. The merchant from Bristol called it life root. Said it fights the winter sickness. You take it gently. This is worth more than iron, more than salt. You tuck it into your herb pouch next to the willow bark and yarrow. After Marta leaves, Tora asks, "Will Papa come back soon?" You look toward the door. He always does, but you check the sky anyway. Clear, too clear. That means the cold will deepen tonight, and Rurik hasn't returned. By midday, worry gnaws sharper than hunger. You wrap yourself in your thickest cloak linen underlayer, wool middle, deerskin outer, and step into the white world. The path to the creek is marked by bent branches and stones painted with ash, a trail only your family knows. You move quickly, your boots crunching on snow so cold it squeaks like bone. Halfway there, you see him. Rurik is kneeling by the ice, his axe raised. Not at a snare, but at the frozen creek itself. He's chipping at the surface carefully, methodically. What are you doing? You call. He turns his beard frosted white. The ice is thick, clear, no bubbles. He gestures to a section he's cleared. Like glass, you understand instantly. Ice harvesting. But the village won't begin for days. The lake is still too treacherous near the edges. This spot, he says, is fed by a spring below. It freezes slower but stronger, and it's sheltered. He points to the overhanging rock that shades the bend. We could cut blocks here, just for us. Store them in the root cellar. Keep the last of the turnips from rotting. It's risky. Working alone on ice is forbidden. But Rurik has a point. The communal harvest is for the whole village fair, but slow. And your family has less margin for error. You join him. Together you score a grid into the ice with the axe. Then, using a saw borrowed from Gunter last autumn, you cut. The ice sings as it parts, a high, pure note that echoes off the ravine walls. Each block is heavy, slick, perfect. You haul them to the cellar entrance, stacking them in the shadowed alcove, layering straw between each. By dusk, you've stored enough to last through thaw. As you work, Rurik tells you what he saw upstream. Tracks, not hair. Wolf, a small pack, moving east. They're hungry too. That night, back in the warmth of your home, you weave by firelight. Tora sleeps on the shelf, curled like a cat. Rurik sharpens his knife, eyes on the door. You thread your loom with goat hair spun fine as spider silk. Each pass of the shuttle is a prayer, each knot a promise. Later, as you bank the fire, Rurik says quietly, "We should invite Marta to stay." Her roof leaks near the eaves. She's burning green wood again. Smoke's thick as fog in there. You nod. You've seen her coughing by the well. We'll make room. It's not generosity, it's arithmetic. 1 fire for 4 bodies uses less wood than 2 fires for 2. And Marta knows which roots cure lung rot. She's worth her weight in salt. So the next morning you clear a space near the hearth, lay down extra furs, and send Tora with a bowl of broth. Marta arrives before noon, her few belongings in a sack. She doesn't thank you. She doesn't need to. She simply sits, stirs the fire, and begins mending a tear in your cloak with sinew thread. Outside, the cold deepens. The world holds its breath. But inside your low, moss-sealed walls, life hums. The loom clicks, the pot simmers. Breath clouds rise and mingle in the warm air near the ceiling. You are not rich, you are not safe, but you are prepared. And in this winter where a single cracked log, a missed ember, a moment of pride can mean death, preparation is the only God that answers. You glance at the ice blocks in the cellar, at Marta's steady hands, at Tora's sleeping face. You think of the life route hidden in your pouch, the wolf tracks in the snow, the merchant's wagon still days away. Spring is a rumor, but tonight you have fire, you have family. You have the ice beneath your feet frozen, yes, but full of future life, and that is enough. For now,